Friends, today is the last day of our unit about electronic music media, and today you're going to get to put together everything you've learned so far. So, first, you're going to work through the unit about song structures and self explanatory. There's nothing to submit there, just work through that unit on your own, and then finally, we get to the Ableton Playground. On this page, you can experiment with different music making tools you've used so far, and they will all play together in sync. So, you have your box for beats. This is a big, there's a lot going on here, right? It's not just a few measures, it's 8 whole measures in a row. Remember everything we learned back on that first day? Start with your 4 on the floor and go from there. Remember, guys, this is supposed to look and sound like music. Don't make pictures with the boxes. Don't just fill in random things. Think about what you're doing. Experiment. Do what sounds good. Don't feel like you have to fill in a ton of boxes. A lot of music is pretty sparse. There's a lot of space in there. That's what makes it sound good. Okay, so if you don't know where to start with that 4 on the floor. It's really going to give you a strong backbeat there to work with. Bass lines. Remember, bass lines are percussive, rhythmic, sparse, only one note at a time. Remember, we can't stack notes in a bass line. Now, you can go all over the map and make notes high and low. Another great place to start with a bass line if you don't know what to do is to make a pattern repeat itself. Remember the one that looked a lot like this? Whoops. And I did that in the first 4 bars, and then guess what? I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So I have a pattern, I repeated it, I did something totally different. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing here. Now don't copy my pattern, but copy my structure if you want. And that's going to sound like an actual bass line, isn't it? Next, we have chords. And remember, this is the only place where you can actually stack chords. This is like a triad. And you can make them complex. I wouldn't put them where they're like super close together. You want to leave some space in your chords. So I wouldn't do that one. And then finally, your melody. And again, this is like the bass line. You can't have more than one note happening at the same time. And we want it to be walkable. If you were starting right here and you were going to walk this melody, you should be able to do so. If I put a note all the way down there, it would be really difficult to jump from here to there. Just like that, it would be difficult for a singer or a musician to play or sing a note all the way down there. So you want to keep the steps small enough that they can make it. Okay, and when you have completed your creation, you're going to take a screenshot of each section. So take one of the beats, take one of the bass lines, take one of chords, and take one of melodies and submit them all to the assignment. And the only thing I'm going to link here is this one page, but you need to have 4 screenshots of the same page. That's it, friends. I hope you have enjoyed this project.